I'm not going. This ain't about Teen Titans Go. This is not just about Teen Titans Go. It's about rebooting shows and, you know, making them crappy. Let's use Teen Titans Go for example. It's really bad. It has a crappy show, no story, blah blah blah. You could just make if you want to have bad animation, go ahead, but at least have a story. Cause let's be real here. I know it's a comedy. Comedies have stories too sometimes, but it's not all the time. Like it's probably something serious, like something that's important to them. Or Teen Titans Go doesn't have that. You could use the argument saying it's a kid show. No one gives a shit cares about that, right? Nobody cares if it's a kid show or not. People can watch whatever they want. It doesn't make them childish or anything like that. It just makes some people they enjoy stuff when they're a kid. And as for the new kids, well, they can watch it. I don't really care if they watch it or not. I've given up and stopped giving a crap about it. I've actually stopped caring about hating the show since there's no really point in hating it. Now, I do hate it still. I just don't make many rants about it. Because making rants about it's not going to get canceled. We have to wait till it's the same season of the same season Teen Titans got canceled. Because that's just my guess on when it's going to get canceled. Now back to the topic. The reason these shows always get bad is rebooting an old show everyone loves. Look, I get it. Everyone loves the same show. It's classic. They want it back. What they could do is make a new story that focuses on an entirely new villain, but still bring back the classic villains. Now, there's some interesting characters from Teen Titans Go that are pretty interesting, but I just don't like how they portray the characters, okay? I know it's a comedy and blah blah blah, but so what? Serious shows like the original Teen Titans had some funny moments, so you can't just say, oh, Teen Titans wasn't a comedy either. That's the problem. Just because it's a comedy or make a show that's not comedy into a comedy thinking it will make it money won't work. Sure it does, but the problem with making new shows and rebooting them is that it's following trends. You can't follow. Sorry about that. You can't follow a trend kids make because kids can do that. Follow trends themselves, and they can do it themselves. That doesn't mean like creators should like follow the trends as well. Like that's the other problem with reboots because they tend to follow trends. No, this ain't a hate on the cartoons because it's not going to help. In fact, it's useless. It's useless to do that because following the trends won't do jack crap. Now, what about the other characters, Sincera? Well, it's okay to make new characters, just make a new story making them the antagonist. Because if you're not going to bring Slade back or any other antagonist, but has some some of those old villains that are minor villains as antagonists, that's fine. But look, it's just the fact that the show, I'm using this as an example because, it's pretty much a crappy character or like that. But I don't know why I'm saying this twice probably, but whatever. I don't know if I am, but whatever. But I'm saying whatever twice. As I was saying, rebooting shows ends sometimes bad, but it doesn't always end bad. In fact, if you have someone who knows what they're doing, it'll work. Like, for instance, if you had let's say, a really good writer. I know my writing sucks, but a really good writer. I'm not calling myself. I just told myself. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, what am I doing? Let's get back to the story. I don't know what I'm saying. But I was saying, get someone who knows how to write a story and plot. Okay? It's the problem with comedies is they do have a plot, but they just don't focus on them all the time, if I'm correct. Like, a plot is something that can be focused on, like, on something serious. And if it's done right, then it's a love show. And if it's a bad show, but it's done really well, and it has two sides, which is pretty good, then it's going to be alright, not be a hated show, but, hated by fans who used to like it. Now I've stopped caring. That's the fact. I stopped caring, and the fact is, old shows are just going to be rebooted multiple times, and they're bad. And I'm not telling Cartoon Network what to do. I'm just saying the facts is, rebooting a show is going to end bad. Okay? It ends bad. Now, I personally enjoy Uncle Grandpa. I'm using that as an example because it was never given a reboot because it had its end and it had a decent end. And it's meant to be random. That's the point. It's all randomness. That's the point of the show. Now, if it's meant to, if a cartoon is meant to be random, then that's the point. Like, for instance, rebooting it and making it not random might make it good, but also ruin it at the same time. I don't know. I don't know jack crap. I'm just saying I don't know jack crap about animation, cartoons, and other crap. I'm just using stuff I know, and the things I already, the stuff I'm limited to. And how Cartoon Network basically follows trending and adding trends to other cartoons is shit. Bad. And it wouldn't work as a good cartoon. I mean, sure, the new kids might like it, but that's because they've been watching memes and garbage memes almost every day. There's some good memes and bad memes, but twerking, that's not funny anymore. That's meant to be sexual. And I'm not trying to make this a sexual video. That's just what I'm saying. And yes, I know twerking was in that cartoon, but the point is, things like twerking, memes, other crap like that, it doesn't work with Cartoon Network. Now, what about JoJo's Bizarre Adventures? That was never about memes. It was about the story and mostly other parts of the anime. It's mostly about bizarreness. People say it's about memes, but that's not true, because it's mostly about the story and the bizarreness. Araki never really cares about the memes, since his favorite character is Josuke and favorite villain is Kira, I think. And as for Cartoon Network going down here, they'll suck anyway, so unless they make a new cartoon like they did with Infinity Train, that will save them. Because, look, it's okay to reboot a cartoon, but it's best not to follow trends and make it garbage. I mean, sure, you can have bad animation, and Flash Animation's had animation, it's good. That's because people took their time. If they took their time and used Flash Animation, it wouldn't be bad. In fact, it will be okay. It's just not great, not perfect, not bad, good. And it's the fact is, sorry about that. The fact is, Cartoon Network should not be doing this stuff as well as other companies, because unless they explain the point of the show, it's not meant to have a story. One Eye of One Piece. Let me use that example. From a video I saw, I'm not gonna mention the creator because I feel like it's disrespect, but what from this video, I'm not gonna say his name. Sorry. Hope I'm not disrespecting people or anything, but I'm saying this flat out. If a game or a story is not meant to have a story at all, then it's a good stuff, because if it's meant to have jump scares and jokes, then it's good. New jokes, and not old jokes, though comedy is suggestive, so yeah. But Teen Titans Go is a crappy comedy like other shows that are comedies. Sometimes they don't work. They just don't work. This does not work. The Powerpuff Girls reboot does not work. Now, I say that the new character, even though there was already a fourth Powerpuff Girl, is okay, I guess. I kind of stopped hating her because, she's her own thing. As for other stuff, I really don't have much to say in this since it's new, so it's for the new generation. That's the thing. It's just that new cartoons are sometimes bad, and you can just make it good. Just good, that's it. It can have flaws, but also some good parts, which makes it good. Now, bad cartoons can have good episodes. I just reluctantly saying this because this show has some, it's less, but they're somehow decent and well done. Though making jokes about serious characters is not funny. That's the fact. And what about the other cartoons? Well, I don't know about them. Okay? I really don't know. All I'm saying is that rebooting an old cartoon and adding nothing but trends, memes, reference to stuff that's completely different from the cartoon is just bad. Look, I wouldn't mind if this was a completely different universe with a completely different story. If it was meant to be a comedy, then it's fine, but at least don't follow trends. And I know this is gonna be bad, and I know it is. Sorry I couldn't think of anything else, but I'm just saying the stuff that can't just follow, because a bad cartoon is gonna be bad, and basically, stuff like Teen Titans Go has been following so many trends that it's just not working. Now, I know kids are gonna like it because, they're the new generation. They don't know that these old trends are dead memes and they're not funny anymore. Basically, they don't know better. It's not their fault. Basically, they're just dead memes that's supposed to stay dead. It's the own person's fault for bringing it back. So, intentionally making petitions to destroy cartoon, cartoon cancel, that I mentioned this in an old video I make, also mentioning this. So I know this is supposed to, I just had to mention this, sorry, but basically making the petition won't work. In fact, it will make the creators probably want to keep it, and they are going to need to cancel it later, sooner or later. So basically, fans, we just have to wait till it gets canceled, okay? And basically, that's it. That's all I have to say. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and goodbye.